Just here.
Not gonna lie, I debated on fucking dropping the charges so I don't have to be here.
Okay.
This is gonna be interesting.
All right, where do you want to go first?
Sorry, just had to get the specifics. Good evening. I'm Chief Justice Hill. I'll be presiding over this matter. We are in the matter of San Andreas 4869-2025, the matter of San Andreas, State of San Andreas first, Tony Cipriani on MPC 2 point for, give me a sec. Almost had it there, 9.26 first degree speeding. Mr. Cipriani, do you have defense with you?
Yeah, he's right here next to me.
Perfect, thank you. Can you please clarify who you are for the court?
May it please the court, Your Honor, my client appears in person with Counsel Devontae Wright.
Thank you. And for the state?
Juliet Bucket, District Attorney, will be presiding for the state.
Thank you. And for the record, is Brian Stotzi here, the arresting officer or citing officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, at this time, we'll call upon the state for opening statements. Feel free to go whenever you're ready.
Sit, please. Your Honor, lady of the courtroom, we are here today to discuss a traffic violation that Mr. Tony here was caught in violation of. This violation was him going over 100 miles an hour on the highway, which is consistent with a first-degree speeding charge. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know, there's not much to say about this, honestly.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the
weird.
court, I would like to just point out here, in regards to testimony that will be given here today, my client will admit that he was indeed speeding going down the road.
Then what are we here
but for a good cause. He was having some sort of emergency, and he was trying to get a hold of the police officer he was following. Trying to catch up with the police officer, going mock Jesus, was not able to catch up with him, and he had to speed to report an emergency. The officers did not give my client the opportunity to report his emergency without trying to arrest him for his speeding and cite him. Thank you.
Thank you. This time we'll move on to discovery or witness statements. We'll begin with the state. State, you may call your first witness.
Our first witness today is going to be Faye Twilight.
Thank you. Faye, please approach.
Yes, sir.
You can come up over here. All right, put both hands in the air for me. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God. Thank you. You may proceed.
So help you in neck.
All right, let me. All right. I was riding with I cannot remember his calls. I do believe 355 and 804 Harmony Frost, along with a K9. We left Triple SO, and as we turned onto, I believe it was Panorama, we saw a red car parked to the side that started following us. At the time, we were at red alert against a gang called DOA that was known to drive red cars. So we sped up as I told Starleaf or 305 or 355, sorry, that I noticed the car had been following us, and I called up on radio about it. And as we sped up, we noticed the other car kept speeding up with us. We slowed down. It's finally caught up with us going over 170, and as it cut in front of us, it tried to slow down in front of us and almost brake checked us. We exited off of the highway, went up and over back onto the highway, where we kept going, and as we got back towards Legion Square, Officer Stotzi had called us and said that he had it pulled over, where we promptly made a U-turn and attached to the traffic stop.
At any point in time, did it seem like the defendant was trying to get your attention?
No, the car was just following every movement we made, no matter what.
Was there any point in time where he could have tried making contact with you?
Possibly as we pulled past him rather than just slow creeping up behind us, but not that I could tell.
During the traffic stop, did he mention the emergency at all?
Could you please re-ask that question?
Yes, please re-ask.
My apologies. At any point in time during the traffic stop, did he mention the emergency to you?
Not that I know of, but I was nowhere near his vehicle, or did I approach his vehicle during the stop. We were tertiary, third back at the behind.
Okay, no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Cross-examination from the defense.
Permission to approach, Your Honor?
Granted.
Okay. Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Hello.
I appreciate you coming down today to this beautiful day in traffic court. We always love that. So just following up on your testimony, you stated that you guys were at red alert. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys were at red alert by a gang known to drive red vehicles.
Really quiet. I apologize for interrupting, Your Honor, but we're unable to hear the gentleman speaking.
Hey,
hello, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Anyways, as I was saying, you guys were at red alert and were having some sort of violence with a gang that is known to drive red vehicles. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when my client was allegedly trying to catch up with you and was speeding past you, you stated that you guys were trying to get away because of the red alert, right?
We were trying to get to where there were other officers due to the fact of the red alert. Yet there were 3 officers in the vehicle, but 3 in 1 vehicle is sitting ducks to somebody with an automatic or a gun.
Stop, kid. You can't be touching the keyboard. Oh, shit.
Yes, but to an automatic, a pistol is no match.
Okay. When you guys were self-admitting speeding, trying to get away from this vehicle, were you guys' emergency lights engaged?
I did not see them due to personal issues. I have to have the lights turned down.
Okay, so you couldn't state if you did or did not have the
No, I
lights
cannot.
engaged. Okay. Where were you sitting in relation to the vehicle?
No,
I was in the passenger seat.
Not
Okay,
right
so
now,
in the passenger
but
seat, did you see the officer driving the vehicle reach over to the center console and engage the lights? If you physically couldn't see them, but
I was too busy trying to keep an eye on the
Your
vehicle
Honor, what is the
following us.
relevance of the officers having lights?
Your Honor, it comes to the basis of my client trying to catch up with the officers. If they were trying to go to an emergency, that dictates why he would have gone away. But if he was trying to report something to the officers, trying to catch up with an officer, if they don't have their lights on, then he has no legal obligation not to try to speak with the officers.
Thank you.
Officers don't have an obligation to run Code 2 or Code 3 unless they're responding to an emergency or issuing a traffic stop.
So it gives officers the ability to break traffic laws themselves by speeding up and down the highway? without emergency
Actually,
lights on?
officers indeed may speed down the highway should a situation such as what they encountered
emergency
calls
lights.
for.
Or-
No, there is no law and there is no SOP that binds them to that.
SOP is a law, ma'am. There is a law. It's called traffic laws.
Thank you.
And again,
objection
there
will be-
is no SOP or law that binds them to have to run Code 2 or Code 3 in all situations. It is only if they are issuing a traffic stop or responding to an emergency.
So can you provide me the law where it states officers may speed down the highway themselves without lights on? Can you provide that to me?
Again, there is no written law for this.
So
Instead,
therefore, they're not allowed to do it. That's called a traffic violation, Your Honor.
The
no.
objection will be
Officers are allowed to speed
the
if the
judge already gave his ruling.
situation
Please.
calls for it.
Order in the court. Continue.
Just for clarification, Your Honor, the objection was overruled. I may continue.
Correct.
Okay.
You fucking kidding me?
Sorry about that, ma'am. So just restarting back to my previous question, you stated that you could not verify if the officer switched.
Child,
or engaged
stop,
emergency.
please.
Is that correct?
Stop.
Correct, sir. I was looking behind us watching the vehicle.
Stop.
Okay. So did anything besides the color of my client's vehicle give impression that he intended to be violent?
Stop!
No, sir.
Okay. So you guys just out of caution sped up to avoid him or get to a place of excuse me, I'm thirsty. A backup so that you guys could feel more secure, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions, Ron.
Holy
Thank
leading
you.
question.
Redirect
Oh
from
my
the
God.
state.
Call me to the stands. I'll be a new witness. I'll shut this all down.
Let her do her job.
Redirect from the state.
She probably had to step out of her head.
Yeah, I figured. Any redirect from the state? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Voice box issues, maybe?
And this is what I'm thinking.
I'm not. Do you guys mind shutting the fuck up?
If you have a voice box issue, just throw your hands up like this.
We'll put the court into recess until she's back.
All right. We're gonna be standing in recess, y'all.
That's what's up.
Oh, that's the first time I see your settings might fuck us.
I have
No.
Because I can't look. I can't have PD lights
It-
on, or else
it
I do
doesn't
a
matter.
nice little boogie in my
doesn't-
chair.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
don't know, man.
They're arguing a moot point. It be what it be.
When she gets back, he took a complaint from him about this whole thing.
Eh. It is what it is.
Breathe, Hawthorne, breathe.
I'm gonna sit at the back.
Breathe.
I don't even have my heart showing just because it's fucking through the roof. Wow. Come on, Buttercup.
What you go? Your Honor, is there a time you'd wish us all to be back by, just to have a like a guaranteed time frame?
I'd say within 5 minutes.
Within 5, so by 27.
Yeah, sounds good.
Understood. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure we're back and not holding you up further.
No worries.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't swear that swear in. I was looking at the body cam real quick, so I knew what was going on.
Yeah, no worries. This all came sudden. I was first having flight issues getting in, and then on top of that, really quickly just reviewing everything. I was like, oh god, dude, like I've been extremely busy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think a lot of us had were at least one of us were having flight issues coming in. I know I was.
I popped 3 times before, like in a matter of minutes.
Yeah. See, it does that for me. Did you?
I didn't have any issues.
There's.
So I'm sitting at Hen House working on an after like I was just sitting there not doing anything. Next thing I know, everybody goes silent. And I was like, okay, well I look over at my second set of eyes, and next thing I know, poof, I got flighted out of the city. I come back and I'm in the city 5 minutes then, and then poof, I get it again. And then I fly back in the third time, and then I'm not even out of the gate, out of the at the airport, and then I get flighted. So I said, screw it. So I had to clear my brain.
Yeah, I was having issues with the emails verifying my passport. Not sure. I ended up having to reset. Like take a deep nap.
Yeah, there are a lot of people having issues right now.
Well, they just fixed a lot of the city issues with it, with waking up and whatever. You just gotta update your eyeball arrival.
Right. Yeah, and the version that they say it's not available for some reason.
No kidding. Yeah, see, I
did that last night.
I was having issues with the eyeball surgery thingy. If you're catching my drift, where I had to keep turning on like on these Meta glasses that I have, I had to keep turning on the overlay for them and then turning it off in order to get my eyeballs to let me fly in. It didn't make sense.
Right. I was having
I
issues
did.
with brain freeze,
Okay. Yeah.
That was a couple days ago, and then I did the update. I've worked perfectly fine ever since. There's a little bit of stutter here and there, but
Sure.
But yeah,
Yep.
it is a good thing to have on your Liberty phone. It's called Down Detector. That tells you all the services that are having issues.
No kidding. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'm familiar. I'll just go up into the office upstairs and check on the computer if I'm able to fly in, and yeah, I know they got a website for it, so
Yeah.
thing came in handy multiple times. I was like, is this me or is this what's going on here?
That's why
Juliet,
I had Down
are you
Detector
back?
on my phone, dude.
Did Juliet send an email to anybody?
Her mouth is moving, but I think she might be having voice box issues, truthfully.
Are you able to hear me now?
There you are.
Yes, there we
Okay.
go.
I
I
literally
apologize.
just emailing you.
I was having some issues. I apologize.
If you guys can hear me outside of the court, we'll get this court back in session once everybody gets in here.
All right, hold on. What's this? Hey, court's back in session here. Come on back in.
There you go.
I usually have a bag full of them, but I kind of forgot it in my car.
See, there's the microphones that they put into the court
We'll be
so
sitting on
everybody
the
can
bag
hear
so
us
I
now.
can stand up if I get.
I don't know how-
the bag, but then I remembered. Oh yeah, the microphones work, so I don't really need to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so we're calling on the next. Any other witnesses yet?
I was able to hear you guys all the
Oh
way
yeah,
outside.
that's
Those
where
mics
we'll
are
move
great.
on to. We have to resume with the redirect. If the state had one for Faye.
For Faye, no, I don't.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Is that every officer that was?
No. We have more officers. We do have more
That-
officers.
That left the courtroom, correct? So we're still waiting on them.
They're here.
Style Leaf, is that you behind me?
Just so we can officially put court back into session. That's what I'm asking.
Hawthorne is
Oh.
here, yeah.
Starleaf.
I Hawthorne was not
all the ones
listed.
that were here.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Earlier, except for maybe one. I think they went back on duty.
Gotcha.
Child,
Okay.
sit
All right,
down.
at this time, we'll call court back into session here.
Goodness gracious.
And we'll
You need to
continue with the
sit.
state for any further witnesses.
Alrighty. Is Roland Starleaf here?
Right behind you with the red hair.
All right. You. Our next witness is going to be Starleaf.
Thank you, Starleaf. Please approach.
Hop up on the old box there and raise your hands.
Yeah. Got Brian back there too. So. I have almost everybody I need
raise
for
both
this.
your hands, just like this. Okay.
Harmony can't be here.
So,
For
you
reasons.
solemnly swear that or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you in neck.
So help me in that.
So help you in neck. Is that a yes or a no, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. He has been sworn in.
Thank you.
Go ahead, ma'am.
State, you may proceed.
Why don't you go ahead and relay your point of view on these events?
Yes, ma'am.
Do me a favor before you continue. Use the microphone in front of you. Or you just third eye it. Should be
Third
able
eye
to.
the microphone.
Stare at it
It's
really,
turned on.
really hard.
Is there one over here? Yeah, it's over to the left one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make
that's
sure you
okay.
give
I'll
that
looking at the
microphone the
actual mic,
stink
it's-
eye.
Yep.
You got it? Need help?
Does that work?
Yeah,
There
that's
you
better.
go.
Okay.
Much better.
So as we were first getting on duty, we pulled out onto the panorama where I had noticed a red car just kind of parked to the side. As I approached the stop sign and followed the traffic laws in which I stopped, it was noted that the red car had started pulling behind us. Deputy Faye let it known as we passed over Joshua that the car seemingly was following us. I told her not to worry about it. It could just be no biggie. We continued through. I stopped at the proceeding stop sign that led to 68, in which they were still directly behind us. They too stopped with plenty of time. And I then proceeded again past onto the interstate. At that point, they had continued following us directly at close proximity, and the fact we were in a heightened state. Excuse. The fact we were in a heightened state for the city, I started getting a little cautious and decided that we needed to get a little distance from this red vehicle, considering they had allegedly been the main culprits to attack police vehicles and police in general, in which I proceeded to accelerate. And with a top speed of, I believe, 164 in the Scout, my radar ended up clocking the vehicle at over 170 plus, gaining speed on us, in which as I heard them approaching the passenger side, fear for the two deputies had in my vehicle, I decided to slam on the brakes and do some defensive driving to get away from them. It was moments prior that Deputy Faye had called over radio that we were being pursued in close proximity with the red vehicle, and we did everything we could to make it back. Yes, sir?
Before you continue, what would you say close proximity is?
Going through Sandy, they were almost bumper to bumper on me for every stop sign.
Okay.
In which I stopped 3 times within Sandy, but it was the last 2 stop signs that they seemed to be following us. So yeah, almost bumper to bumper. And then as we got on the highway, that's when I decided to kind of punch it down, and they immediately started catching up. And it was as we passed Bolingbrook that Deputy Faye called in to the rest of dispatch that we were being pursued.
All right, thank you.
And it's his vehicle was clocked on my radar at over 170, in which my current vehicle had no chance in anything to escape that. So I started having to do defensive maneuvers, and during this whole time, no shout outs or any indications were given that he needed our assistance. And as we approached the casino exit, it actually appeared that he steered into our vehicle in an effort to steer us off-road, in which I took the exit, separating our vehicles, and did my best to maintain control and get us back onto the highway and into the city, where we were able to get back up. And that's when I forget exactly who off the top, but another officer relayed that he had that vehicle pulled over. And that's when we turned around and attached tertiary.
Would it be correct in saying that you felt that your life, as well as every other life of the officers in that vehicle, were in danger of this pursuing vehicle?
100%.
What makes you say that?
We were in a heightened state in which this vehicle had multiple chances to get my attention if they truly needed something, all through Sandy and parts of Harmony. And once they clearly exceeded my vehicle's top speed and continued to approach onto the passenger side, which would have lined up the driver in a shooting position, that's when I decided to start taking extreme defensive actions. So I 100% felt myself and the officers in the vehicle were at danger.
And you were the driver?
I was the driver, correct.
Okay. Would it be correct to say that the reason why your sirens and lights might not have been running in this particular situation could be because you were focused on trying to drive and not harm anybody involved?
That is a good take. I was extremely focused on being as defensive as I could against the pursuing vehicle, especially in the fact that the city during that time was in such a heightened state. And yeah, there's many calls in which we the reason it's classified as code 1 versus code 2 and 3. It's still classified as a means to run emergency calls, or just means of running that require not necessarily lights and or sirens.
Understood. Now, you've mentioned multiple times now that the city was at a heightened state. Could you elaborate on that, please?
From my complete understanding, the officials governing the city had determined that too much criminal activity had been happening, and officers were to be on a heightened alert. And so we were mandated to be riding no less than doubled.
I have no further questions for him, Your Honor.
Thank you. Cross-examination from the defense.
If I may have just 1 second, I'm trying to pull something up here. Okay. I'm ready to proceed, Your Honor, if I'm...
Sure.
Mr. Starfield, isn't it? Is that the...
Starleaf.
Starleaf. Oh, I apologize for the miscommunication. So circling back to your testimony, you were given. You said you feared for your life because the color of the vehicle matched one of the colors used by a criminal organization that put you guys' life in danger previously. Is that correct?
Negative. That was one of multiple factors. It's never just one thing. It's like 3 strikes you're out kind of situation.
Okay, so what?
Tailing without any probable cause, the color of the vehicle, and then excessive speeding behind me would be the reason.
Okay, so because he sped up behind you, the color of his vehicle, and because he followed you through Sandy, made you to believe that your life was in danger.
Negative. As I said before, I even told my she is of higher rank. I told my fellow deputy that just kind of ignore them at the beginning because I felt that it actually could just be coincidence. I even said, go ahead, don't worry about it, which could be heard on my body cam.
So at which point did you fear for your life?
When they followed us extremely close with no particular reason, and once we got on the highway, they accelerated to a speed to keep pace with us. And that's when, about the time that we got up to maybe even the speed limit, and they accelerated to make sure they kept a certain pace behind us. About Bolingbrook, leading into the city, is when I had Deputy Faye call over radio that we were officially being followed. So no, it was about a good minute and a half of them tailing us before I felt there was any significant issue. And once they had maintained their behavior of seemingly aggressive following, that's when I had them call it in.
At any point, so I'm not familiar with your technology in your cruiser. Do you guys have an intercom system in your cruiser?
Dispatch, yes.
Well, like, do you have a way to speak over an intercom loudly to people in the area in your vehicle?
I mean, yes, but it's not real practical at high speeds. That's kind of negligent driving to use a intercom while at high speeds.
No, so can you explain negligent driving to me?
Well, as somebody who's gone through extensive training to drive at high speeds, you're probably not supposed to use, your cell phone or any other kind of device that would take away your concentration. And while I was concentrating at high speeds of driving and keeping everybody safe within the vehicle, I probably wouldn't recommend using an intercom system.
So
once again, he had over a minute and a half all through Sandy, multiple stop signs if he wanted to get my attention, At no point did he attempt to, and at which point his aggressive driving flagged multiple times, and so I became defensive.
Okay. Is it illegal to follow an officer down the street?
No, it's not illegal, which is why I told my deputy initially
to
ignore it.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal to follow down the street. So you admitted at the time. Were you responding to a call when you're heading on the highway?
Nope.
Okay. So you weren't responding to a call. It's not illegal to follow you, but you sped up to excessive speeds to, your words, evade the driver because you wanted to see if he was following you or not. So at what point does the legal boundary cross that gives an officer of the law, who is supposed to set an example of the law and enforce the law, to violate the same laws he is set to protect?
Well, I am actually the person that's probably best qualified to answer this because I'm told I drive like a grandma through the city. I follow every traffic law to a T.
So why didn't you
in which, well, are you going to let me finish my testimony for your question? In which he had multiple times, and he actually was following so closely through the stop sign at Harmony, he almost rear-ended my vehicle, and I kind of think he did in his eyes, but I can't prove that. So moving on, he was following that closely, in which we got onto the highway that after check marks 1, 2, and 3 were crossed off, I decided defensive measures were needed for the safety of myself and the officers in my vehicle. So yes, at that point, I decided to run what we call Code 1, which is still emergency speeds without lights and sirens within my legal right.
Love it.
So
You're making him stammer.
if I remember right, because I used to be law enforcement in the city a long time ago.
Used to be.
Per definition of Code 1 per SOP, because we decided SOPs are laws now. Code 1 driving is responding to a call, obeying traffic laws, and obeying traffic speeds. Nowhere in there does it say Code 1 is emergency speeds. Could you provide that SOP?
I mean, I don't have the SOPs directly in front of me at this time.
Okay, perfect.
But we also
So-
wouldn't respond to a house robbery or a drug bust with lights and sirens in which the criminals would see us. So that would be an emergency call dictated in which we would run Code 1.
So wouldn't that
Emergency
be
call.
wouldn't Code 2 be more?
No, why would we want the criminals to see our lights reflecting through the windows?
Code 2 is specifically just for traffic stops where only lights are required.
Your Honor, was there an objection? I don't know why she.
Statement will be striked by the court. Please call for objection next time. Thank you.
Ridiculous.
May continue.
Okay. So we can't.
Yeah, for
provide this-
defining features, Code 1,
Mhm.
no lights, no sirens. Code 2, lights. Code 3, lights and sirens. Each of these can be utilized in an emergency situation dictated by the officer appropriately, which is why we go through excessive training.
Right. So let's say, for instance, you're coming down the highway, and you're responding Code 1, and you're topping out. You say your scout goes 164. So say you're going 135 miles an hour. Okay. And a civilian, say I'm driving
the call?
You're driving Code 1.
But what's the
it-
call? Because we wouldn't drive Code 1 at a high rate of speed. This was only in a situation, once again, a dictated situation in which it was necessary. I was more focused on the safety of my officers than the lights on top of my car.
What about the civilians around you?
On an open highway. I would hope to
Sure.
God there's no running civilians across the highway.
Okay, what about local vehicles?
That are it was a open highway. What local vehicles?
You're not understanding what I'm putting here.
No, I do. There was
No, you
it
don't.
was light traffic.
I didn't ask you a question, officer. Please be quiet. Thank you.
You did though.
But I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So circling back again, you feared for your life of you and your fellow officers and the canine, because the canine is important. Because checks 1, 2, and 3 were marked, and you began defensive measures because you believed he was following you. Correct.
That is correct.
Without giving any sort of lawful orders for him to stop. Being a law enforcement officer who sets the example for the law, who violates the traffic law.
How do I give a lawful order from behind?
Can I finish? Can you not interrupt me, please? Thank you.
Can you make it make sense?
You said you were stopped multiple times, right? And the intercom, right, wouldn't be used at high rates of speed. You said he was following you multiple times. You could have pulled over. You didn't.
It wasn't until we approached the highway and he was
Again,
still following.
Officer, can you please let me finish my wording before you keep interrupting?
Well, no, because you're twisting my words, so I'm making it clear.
Your Honor, can you please tell the witness to please sustain from speaking until a question's asked?
Please. Please sustain from speaking until it is asked. Thank you.
So circling back, putting all that to the side, you respond to the traffic stop. Walk me through what happens at the traffic stop.
Well, as I wasn't the one that was the primary, we stayed tertiary. We stayed tertiary until primary handled the situation.
Okay. But you're the one who witnessed the excessive speeds in driving, correct?
Initially, I witnessed it, but I wasn't the initial one to pull him over who also witnessed the excessive speeding.
And to your knowledge, do you know how many officers were inside the vehicle that pulled him over?
I do not, but we're allowed. It's units per stop, which is the vehicle itself.
Yeah, no. I'm just curious. Do you understand? Like the vehicle that pulled him over. Do you know if that was 1, 2, 3 officers inside that vehicle that pulled him over?
I do not know. I mean,
Okay.
obviously, it was at least one.
Well, you say it was
a driver.
Well, I mean, I was hoping.
So at least one, yes.
Okay, so say it was one officer. Okay, why? But you feared for your life, but this one officer didn't. When you guys had 3 and multiple firearms and a canine, so what was different for that officer than it was for you?
We were within city limits. There was multiple backups. He wasn't alone, and we don't know how many people were in that vehicle at the time. I couldn't see. His windows were very dark. I couldn't tell if there was 1, 3, 4, 5. You know, people like to hide in the trunks. I don't know. So I didn't have the proper manpower to back us up for a safe interaction. Therefore, once we called it in and backup had arrived, that's when we were able to safely engage this situation.
But the officer who pulled him over didn't initially have that backup with them, right? So it's basically the same situation with just with fewer officers. With your explain.
Because we were being followed in a heightened state. Pretty much, it was considered while a code 1 or sorry, a 99A never went off. When a officer calls out a distress such as that, it is a all hands. So there was multiple officers en route. That officer just happened to be the first one, and by the time within 15 seconds of him calling over radio and we reattached, there was already more officers there with him. So at no point do I feel like he was the only officer that actually initiated that call. He was just the one up front that was first. But I don't think for a second he was ever by himself.
Perfect. No further questions.
Thank you. Redirect from the state.
We have no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may step down. This time we'll call on the state for any further witnesses.
We'll call on Brian Stotzi.
Thank you. Brian, please approach the stand.
Talk about.
All right, raise your both your hands like this. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? So help you enact.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Take us off.
Thank you. State, you may proceed.
You were the arresting officer on scene, is that correct?
I was the citing officer, yes.
My apologies. I used the wrong term. Could you relay your series of events for us, please?
Sure. I was driving down San Andreas Ave heading, I think, westbound, and I heard a call over the radio for help stating that people were being followed by a red and colored vehicle southbound Los Santos Freeway. I immediately responded. I flipped my vehicle around in code 3 and proceeded to then head to Los Santos Freeway. Upon going up the freeway, we got multiple descriptions of the vehicle. It was a red and colored 2-door, I believe. No, it was a red and colored 2-door vehicle going high rates of speed southbound. Upon seeing that vehicle, I immediately switched from the northbound lane to the south and initiated a traffic stop. I waited, I'd say roughly 10 seconds, not even, and then I had 2 or 3 backup units, to which I then approached the vehicle. When approaching, I gave Mr. Cipriani my name, asked him why he Apologies. I asked why he thought he was being pulled over, as I normally do during a traffic stop. Let someone say their piece in the event they were in an emergency situation, going to get medical, someone really had to go to the bathroom, something like that. Give people, let them know what was actually going on to them. Mr. Cipriani then immediately stated that he doesn't understand why 4 or 5 cop cars were necessary for a traffic stop on him, and that he was simply heading down to the city and asked if that was illegal. I informed him that no, heading down to the city isn't illegal. You were caught speeding at high rates of speed, and you appeared to have been following officers down the highway. They called you in, and I gave him a little bit of a spiel about that, so he was aware of why I was pulling him over at that moment. I then,
Would you
as
like
I
something
was
to drink?
talking to him,
You want
Starleaf
something to drink?
said over radio that
Okay,
he
hold on.
clocked him going 173 miles an hour from his rear radar. I informed Mr. Cipriani of the speed that he was going from Starleaf telling me over the radio. I requested his license, registration, proof of insurance, and then I went back and walked all the way back to the tertiary vehicle, which had Starleaf, Faye, and one other who I'm forgetting their name in the vehicle. I spoke to them. I wanted to figure out what they wanted, to properly be charged, just to make sure that, I was going to go with first-degree speeding, and that's ultimately what we went with because we didn't feel anything else fit. And we didn't feel it would be a reasonable thing to go further than first-degree speeding. So I gave Mr. Cipriani the ticket. He made some unsavory comments regarding the police and some minor hostilities against me, which is normal during a traffic stop for people. And he went on his way.
Normal. That's terrible. At any point in time, did you respond to this incident on your own? Were you solo?
I guess during my initial response, because I was driving alone, but upon pulling Mr. Cipriani over, I did not leave my vehicle until backup arrived, which was maybe 5-10 seconds. There was another officer in the area, in the direct vicinity, when I pulled over Mr. Cipriani.
Can you explain to the court the difference between first, second, and third degree speeding? Give him time. He's probably got to look it up.
Yes, I can. Apologies, my throat's a little dry. Third degree speeding is between 1 and 30 miles an hour over the posted speed limit. Second degree is between 30 and 60 miles over, and first degree is 61 to 90, which going 173 in a 65, 75 mile an hour zone. I can't remember off the top of my head, but that is well within first degree or further if we were to have pursued that.
He's not wrong. That's 110 over. So it is very well within first degree. Okay, let me see. Do I have any further questions? I don't think I do. No further questions from the state, Your Honor.
Thank you. Cross-examination from the defense.
No, do not touch the keyboard. No, 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 and no.
I'll make this very quick and simple. So you responded to the call. You're the one who initially pulled him over, correct?
Yes.
Let's go get you some milk. Come on.
At any point in time, did you clock this offender going any certain amount of speeds?
No, I did not. My radar was off.
So you are the citing officer and you put your name on the ticket that showed you were charging him with this crime of first-degree speeding when you yourself saw no evidence of his speeding. Yes or no?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, what evidence did you see of him speeding?
I had a picture of Mr. I don't know his rank, I apologize, of Starleaf's, I'm trying to think of the name of the thing. In his vehicular speed gun is what I'm going to say, but the portion of the vehicle that does speed tracking, I got to see 173 on the rear plate reader. So he had
And
provided me that
when were you
information.
provided with that?
Give me.
I'm not entirely certain on recall.
Was it before, during, or after this stop?
I believe during.
You believe. So so he texted you a picture, emailed you a picture of this
God.
radar lock during the stop.
Yes. I have no idea what he's saying. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Hey, your voice box had a couple issues there. If you want to re-ask that question, still ongoing.
It's real bad, sir. Oh.
Do you
No,
need a
no, still
cough
bad.
drop?
Maybe a good idea to walk out and walk back into the building? I don't know.
He's probably gonna have to switch to a different voice box and then switch back.
Possibly unknown. Oh,
Hey, hello.
Oh, hey, you sound great. Okay.
It's right back where it was. If you want to switch voice boxes and then switch back, it should I would reset the voice box if possible as well.
Okay. We have 2 people that have been abducted by aliens. 3 people.
Who's the third?
This time we'll call the court into recess.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Buttercup was the third. And then there he goes.
Let me turn this damn microphone off.
You just
There we go.
third eye.
Third eye, yeah, I get it.
Thank you very much.
You need food, sir? I got this right here. That should hold you over. No problem, buddy.
My eyeballs are showing me there's some bad issues right now.
It's that party.
You guys.
Hello.
Hello, Statsky.
Are we
What's up?
Can you hear me?
I think everybody does head pop in now.
We're just in recess.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just saying my eyeballs are going nuts.
Yeah, we just had,
I can't get in my
3
pockets.
people, 4 people because the
You might be next.
I might be next.
I might be also. I can't get in my pocket. Oh, nope, I got my pockets back.
Stand by real quick just in case you pop. If you pop, sir, I'll keep everybody. I'll just tell everybody to wait.
I think I'll be okay. Looks like everything's good. Appreciate it.
How are you feeling, Faye?
Anyway, how's the football season turning out for everybody?
I want to go take a nap now, but I have a date after this.
You have to stay after this?
Speaking of football,
I have a date.
With who?
One of the best.
Secret. secret.
Oh, all right. Well, you got my number if you need chocolates and a shoulder to cry on later. Or if you want to gossip about him and his friends. I hope not. If my chest doesn't explode after this trial, I may or may not have a date with the husband. Depends on when he gets home.
The bye week. And then there's a couple incidents that happened between two players, and I had both of them, and they both got suspended.
Yeah, we tried last night, and we ended up just driving around for 2 hours before we were about to do anything. And at that point, I was like, yeah, it's way too late. I gotta go to bed. It was almost 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I flew in. I tried calling you. I messaged you, and then I flew out. I'm like, I can't wait for this. I'm going to bed.
Yeah. So I'd seen your message, and I sent you a text message immediately. Was like, oh, how long are you gonna be around? And then I didn't get an answer. I went golfing, and then right after storm, I tried calling you again, and you were gone.
I was tired.
I don't blame you.
Perk up. It'll turn better this. So
I am just so happy that the chili I'm making is a crock pot recipe.
It'll turn around.
Hopefully. I hope so. This is a big prize.
Who's making a recipe?
I'm making chili, and it's in the crock pot.
What kind?
Sadly, beef. I wish I had venison, but it's just ground beef chili.
Ah.
It's Elmwood's recipe.
Hold on a second.
This one year, I took, I believe it was teriyaki elk meat, and I put it in my red bean chili instead of beef. Oh my god. I don't know what it is about the spices between, you know, what was in the chili and then the flavoring of the teriyaki elk, but oh my lord, that was the best red bean chili I had ever made.
This has the chili beans, rotel, fresh onions, garlic, bell peppers chopped up into it, and then like 2.5–3 pounds of ground beef.
Ooh.
And then the chili seasoning.
Oh, that sounds so yummy.
And I'm gonna serve it over egg noodles.
Ooh, make me hungry. No, what we would traditionally do with our red bean chilies, we would have the red beans, we'd have roasted, chopped tomatoes, our meat, whether that be beef, elk, or deer.
I could have done chopped pork if I wanted to, because we got 2 pork roasts, but I just went with the hamburger meat for tonight.
Yeah, we don't typically eat pork. Not because we don't want to. It's just not something we eat very often. Like, we eat chicken more often than we eat pork.
Chicken's a staple because it's cheap.
That and
hey, there goes Buttercup with her community outreach.
That and if you are, you know, high for a particular kind of cholesterol, chicken is also a safer, leaner meat to eat too.
Oh, dude, there's higher ones too, man.
Oh yeah, but I'm not out here trying to risk
I did not mean to do this.
Risk my car.
Oh no,
Child, come up here. Don't ruin your straw. You're not supposed to ruin it. You see, what we do is Mama puts a drink in here. I'm just telling you, Mama puts a drink in here, and then you sip out of it with a straw. That's what you're supposed to do with that cup.
I will resume my position.
Starleaf.
Yeah, I don't think I got a ball in my pocket. I throw it.
Come up here. Come on. Come on. You need to sit down. Alistair, come on.
I'm looking like I just got out of a dang fashion show up here.
Are you late for a yacht club, CJ?
Oh my god.
Nah, he looks like he just got back from the strip club with all the glitter.
This stuff's not gonna come off either. I'm gonna wash it and it's not gonna come
Oh
off.
no, it's the microfine glitter. She rolls in my glitter explosions. I do it for CSO.
Oh my gosh.
Starfield's the Starleaf is the only one that hasn't come back yet. If you want to continue, Judge.
Okay, all right, perfect. Both parties
he
are
should-
okay to continue.
Yeah, we're good.
Perfect.
He should be back soon anyway.
Okay.
Up here.
We good?
Come on.
Good to go, Judge.
All
Child.
right, go ahead. Court back in session.
All right.
Here,
I'm sorry.
for
Where
fuck's
were
sake.
we? What was the
I
last thing that-
do not remember. I'll be
Okay.
completely blunt.
I don't remember what the question you were trying to ask before all this
The
happened.
license plate.
What's your name?
License
In this image of the captured radar, did you see?
Sit
a license plate
down!
in sync with it?
Golly!
No, I did not.
Sit!
Because no, I did not.
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
So, correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, this isn't a sippy cup. This is just.
You issued a citation
I shouldn't be
for
talking.
a vehicle for a speed that you had no knowledge about, and you could not prove yourself could not prove that it was the correct vehicle. Yes or no?
What?
Officer?
I'm thinking for a moment. I do apologize.
It's a
But at the beginning, in the opening
would say
statement, he said that he admitted to it. Doesn't that make any
no
sense?
that you did not have it, or no, that's not
Why are
correct?
you asking this question?
No, that's not correct. I did have it.
What did you have?
I had the known speed, and an officer informed me of said speed. This is a common occurrence.
So
in
why didn't
half
that
of being a
officer?
cop.
So why didn't that officer write the citation?
Because I was the unit that pulled over Mr. Cipriani. This
But
is a
you
very
didn't-
common occurrence.
Yeah, but you didn't have the correct information to say that was the correct vehicle
Shit.
or the correct crime committed.
Sit!
Is it a question or a statement?
I was just making a statement for the court. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Redirect from the state.
He admitted to it. I don't understand.
Are there
this.
any redirects from the state?
Just one question, Your Honor. At any
Sure.
point in time, did Tony admit that he was speeding to you directly?
Yes, he did.
At one point, did he do that?
He informed me that he was following the officers and that he was matching speed with theirs. And when I informed him that he was going 173, he went off into a little bit of an angry statement regarding police and going 173. But he did say he was going the exact same speed as officers.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
How is that hearsay?
It can't be proven.
It can't be proven that Tony said something to this officer?
Do you have a recording of this conversation?
I have body cams from both Starleaf and Stotzi.
Okay.
And
Rob?
may I also remind the courtroom that during your opening statement, you admitted that Tony was fully admitting that he had done this.
Your Honor, the objection was already withdrawn.
Thank you. Objection withdrawn. Please continue.
Got you there, didn't I? Okay, questions. At any
Was that
point in
all?
time during
sorry.
your traffic stop, did Tony mention anything whatsoever about an emergency?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Redirect from the defense.
Yes, Your Honor. Officer, when my client was pulled over and you guys were discussing this interaction, you stated he did not mention to you any sort of emergency, which is fine. I understand that. But how many officers were on scene at that time?
4 cruisers, I believe. Myself and 3 others. 4 units. I don't know the exact
So
officer
if my
count. They could be
client,
doubled up.
so if my client was attempting to report an emergency, pulled over, accused of breaking a crime, threatened to go to jail or given a ticket, and then surrounded by 4 cruisers, which had at least two in it apiece, right? Because of the heightened state. So that's 8 to 10 officers surrounding one vehicle for a speeding citation. Would you feel intimidated?
Me personally, no.
Okay. Well, if you wouldn't feel intimidated because of your training, right? Would say a regular citizen is pulled over for this exact same offense, and they went from wanting to speak to an officer to being surrounded by 10 officers and being told you've broken the law, you might go to jail. How would you feel?
I guess in the instance you described, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second to think for a moment. I guess in that situation, yes, I would be concerned if I was threatened to go to jail and all this other stuff, like you stated.
So you could see why my client may not choose to report a crime at that point in time because he felt intimidated by officers. Thank you. No further question.
Is that a question or a state? Like what? I don't know if you're
Statement.
talking. Okay. Okay.
Redirect from the state.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may step down. This time we'll call upon the state to present any other witnesses.
None of our other witnesses are awake at this time, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court acknowledges no further witnesses on behalf of the state and prison. At this time we'll move on to the defense. Any witnesses on behalf of the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. And in common courtesy of traffic court, would the defendant like to give his testimony upon what happened?
Give me 1 second. We're going to step outside real quick, Your Honor. We may have a brief recess.
Sure. Or we'll be in recess for 3 minutes.
Which way do I go?
Stand in recess. Starleaf, come here for a second. Oh, sorry, Buttercup.
I don't know about you. Oop, let me turn that off first.
You're not whispering.
Hey, Juliet.
Mike.
Okay,
gonna
I
say
don't know
anything?
about you, but that last line of questioning was confusing.
I would have gone relevance. He's trying to. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
I
know
don't
what
know,
he
'cause
was
it
trying to
wasn't
do with that.
relevant. He was trying to ask about a situation similar, but not that situation. Oh.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, if I've got an emergency, I need to speak to an officer too, and I'm surrounded by officers. I'm going to speak by emergency. The more ears I hear it, the more people I can handle the emergency.
Right? If I had an emergency, I'd be screaming my head off. And I've done it.
I don't know. Let me go on the back, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, Buttercup. Glitter exploded judge again. Go.
Hey, Juliet.
What can I do for you?
For the arresting ammo case, I was able to get a hold of the witnesses once, but I haven't been able to get them since. Have you been able to contact them
Wait, what's going on?
for the arresting ammo case?
Yeah, what of it?
I got a hold of the arresting officers once, but I haven't got them to answer me since. Have you been able to get a hold of them at all?
I have been struggling to get any sort of information. I actually just put in a request for an extension to the discovery period, but I'm probably only going to extend it to Monday. If we can't get any further information, it might have to be a case that we drop.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I was just seeing if you'd gotten a hold of them or not. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Faye, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I have to go. I have an emergency.
All right.
Okay.
Go.
Was that our one and only other bailiff?
There's a renegade.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's not what that's for. No.
Jiminy Christmas.
All right, Buttercup. Playtime's over.
Okay. We're ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Thank you. Is the state ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, did he not hear me? My apologies. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. This time we'll call back onto the defense to see if the defendant here would like to give his testimony upon the traffic stop.
Yeah, at this time, the defense calls the defendant, Tony Cipriani, excuse me, to the stand.
Thank you. Please approach the stand.
Cipri, that's what I said.
I know.
Got it, bailiff. All right. Please raise both. Thank you. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you enact.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Hey, how do you turn on the microphone here?
The left one.
Hello? Can y'all hear me okay? Is this thing on?
You're okay.
Yeah, put your hands.
Yes.
You're clear.
Okay. Good evening, sir. How are you feeling today?
I am okay. How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay. So, you're being
Hey,
accused...
could you please raise your voice for the court?
Oh, hello?
There you
Better?
go. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, that can make me lose my train of thought. Could you explain to me... Yeah. Could you explain to me what was going on this night of the alleged incident?
From what standpoint? The start or during the whole entire time?
You were behind the officers in Sandy.
Oh, from that point. Yeah, so I was trying to get a hold of them. I was actually screaming as loud as I could, but evidently they couldn't hear me because I had an emergency to take care of that I was trying to report a crime that was being committed out in the area where I was at. Honestly, I don't remember where I was at one point because it was quite a little bit ago. So I was trying to get their attention. They kept on driving as I was screaming and hollering to get their attention. They did not hear me at one point, so I'm trying to place them down to get their attention, but no efforts were made at the time.
Okay. So you were trying to make a call out for the police officers. They didn't hear you.
Yes.
And then you wanted to report a crime.
Yes, that is correct, sir.
And
so why didn't you go to a police
they went over the
station
highway,
and just...
sped up, and you were really wanting to report this violent crime that happened to you. Right.
Yes.
Correct. So you were following down the highway at higher speed to catch up with this officer.
Yes. So in order to keep up with the officer, obviously as they sped up, I tried to keep my speed up with them as well. But no, it was no efforts were made in that at all.
Okay. So, if no efforts were made by the officers to make that contact with you, when you were pulled over and you were accused of this crime, how were you feeling?
I was honestly terrified.
Accused. You admitted. You admitted to it.
Okay, you were terrified. And
Yes.
how many officers would you say were around you at that time?
Well, given the previous statements that were made, there was 4 cars, so at least maybe 10 plus officers on scene.
Huh?
So there were 10 plus officers on scene accusing you of doing this crime when you were just trying to report a crime that happened to you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Again, why not just go
How
to
did
a
you feel
station?
when there was 10 officers around you?
I was so scared at the point to where I didn't even want to report the issue that I was having anymore. I just wanted to get
If
done
you
with
were
what I had
scared,
with the
why
whole
did you act
situation and
aggressive
just
then?
leave because I was scared.
So you were scared for your life being surrounded by 10 officers. Tell me
You
why
didn't
you feared
act
for your life.
scared.
Well, so a traffic stop turned into all these officers approaching out of nowhere. I had no idea what this whole heightened sense of security for the city is. I'm not a cop. I'm just a normal average citizen. But you know, when you have 10 plus officers on scene looking at you, you know, me being just one person, I kind of got a little scared. I didn't know what was going on.
Which made you
Playing
no
the
longer
victim.
want to
Love
report this crime.
Right.
And so you were speeding, right? But you were only speeding because you wanted to report a crime when the officer himself was breaking the same traffic laws that he's made to enforce, correct?
Correct.
So when you see an officer breaking his own laws that they're meant to enforce and hold you accountable for, how does that make you feel?
Well, when you see an officer breaking the same laws that I got pulled over for, it kind of makes me feel like the PD aren't really doing a good job enforcing said laws.
We've already discussed.
No further questions, John.
All
Thank
right.
you. Redirect from the state.
My turn.
Or sorry, cross-examination.
I need to think about how I'm gonna phrase this question. Yeah, how am I gonna phrase this? If you were trying to report a crime, how come you didn't go to any of the police stations to go do it there?
Because to be honest with you, ma'am, 9 times out of 10, I go to a PD station to report anything. I'm sitting there for 30 to 45 minutes waiting for an officer to come when there was literally an officer right in front of me as I was trying to report this crime. So if there's an officer in front of me, I'm going to go to that officer right there.
Why didn't you step out of your vehicle and try to get their attention?
Well, as stated, we were in the middle of the road driving, so I'm not going to get out of my car in the middle of the road and risk getting hit by, you know, someone driving mock Jesus down the road or a local coming up behind me and knocking me out on my rear end. I'm thinking of my safety and everybody else. I'm not going to get out of my car.
Could you not just honk your horn and try to get their attention that way? Flash your lights, maybe?
I could have, but it was in broad daylight so my lights would have been ineffective to even be seen.
Okay, what about your horn? You don't need, you know, nighttime for your horn to work.
Granted, yes, but
is there a question there, Your Honor? Objection?
Could you clarify the objection?
Was there a question? You don't need a horn to work during the night? Is there a question there?
State, I'll allow you to respond.
It is part of the question as to why he did not use his horn during broad daylight.
Because at the time I was not aware. I just didn't use my. I wasn't thinking at the time. There was an officer right in front of me, so I rolled down my window and I was trying to yell as loud as I could. I was also, as I was driving, I didn't really want to, you know, take one hand off of the wheel to, you know, honk my horn. I want to, you know, at least keep both hands on the wheel in case I have to swerve out of the way.
While you were behind the officer.
Yes, I mean, obviously, if the officer was to slam on his brakes, I mean, and I had to swerve out of the way, I mean, one-handed, not really going to be the justice. If I use two
How,
hands, it'd be better.
if the officer was already stopped, why would he need to step on his brakes right in front of you?
Oh, if the officer is stopped, then me honking a horn is really no different. I mean, if he's stopped, he can hear me yell.
Well, clearly he didn't hear you yell, so why didn't you try using your horn to get this officer's attention?
I mean, granted, if I'm trying to honk my horn, obviously it's going to seem like I'm an impatient person. So obviously I'm not going to use my horn. I'm going to keep trying to yell.
If you were trying to get their attention to report a crime,
can I finish
wouldn't
answering your
you
question, please?
wouldn't you try to get their attention?
Okay, can I finish answering the first part of your question before you rudely interrupt me? Thank you. So with me trying to honk my horn, obviously going to seem like I'm impatient.
Don't fucking
to
talk
do
to me
something,
like
okay?
that.
So now, can you re-ask your second question? Thank you.
If you were trying to get their attention, hold on. Stop, child. No. God, fucking bless it. I am trying to do something here, kid. Oh my God. Just chill out, please. Please. Sit. No. Sit. No. Sit. No. Stop. Stop. Oi. If you were trying to report a crime to them, wouldn't you be trying to do anything you possibly could to get their attention?
Granted, yes, but I mean, if I even tried to drive up on the side of the road next to them, I would still been, I could still got pulled over for, improper lane change, stuff like that. I mean, again, I'm in the middle of a road. I'm not going to stop and try and get out of the car and trying to get their attention. If I'm going to try and yell as best I could. Granted, I could use a horn, yes, but at the time I did not.
So you had means to try to get a hold of these officers and just didn't do it.
Objection or ask an answer. She's asked the same question 5 different times, 5 different ways.
It's a different question.
But
yeah, objection overruled. Please continue with your question.
Can you repeat it, please?
This shit's gonna piss me off. So you had the means to get these officers' attention and you just didn't do it.
I mean, granted, at the time I could have used a horn. Granted, I did not use it. No, I was trying every bit of way I could to get their attention.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Redirect from the defense.
Yes, Your Honor. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Horn. I'm sorry, I wasn't. You had the ability to use your horn. You did not do so. You stated
Correct.
multiple times that you felt it was not feasible at that moment, correct?
Correct.
Were you in fear of using your horn that it would cause you more harassment by the police?
Correct. If I may add something onto that as well, because
Objection, relevance.
Oh, Your Honor, it directly applies to what she just asked the witness about his horn. It's relevant to the situation.
Objection overruled. Please continue.
Go ahead, sir. Please continue.
Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Give me a second. So if you look at, say, for example, so you're behind a car or anybody behind, and you try to honk your horn excessively and you're trying to report something. When you wanted to minimize, at least try to minimize the amount of noise you're trying to create so you can actually report it. Sorry, my train of thought and my speech is not the best right now.
You're fine, sir. I thank you for taking your time. So you didn't try to use your horn or other means other than use your voice to yell at the officers because you felt it wasn't needed at that point in time.
Correct.
No further questions.
Thank you. Redirect from the state.
The state has no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may step down from the stand.
Thank you, sir. Whoop. Sorry. Technical difficulties, brain issues here.
This time we'll call on the defense for any further witnesses.
Your Honor, the defense would like to recall witness Mr. Officer Starleaf to the stand.
Mr. Starleaf, please approach.
Starley.
At this time, I'm going to remind you that you are under no, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Don't forget to turn the microphone on.
I think I did.
Defense, you may proceed.
Mr. Starleaf, thank you for taking your time coming back up here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. No, my vocals are locked on whisper. I just want to make sure you can hear me.
Oh, you're very robotic, but I can still understand you. Can everyone else understand him?
I can understand him.
Just
Okay.
barely, but it is hard on the ears.
Sorry, everybody else is sounding robotic to me. I'm sorry. Go for it.
Would you like me to continue, Judge? You want me to have him try to fix that?
Yeah, please try and fix your voice box.
Please fix it.
I would toggle through voice boxes if you can. Thank you.
Let me take a look at this.
Is this any better?
Try turning off the microphone and then turning it back on. It's
a little bit. I mean, not great.
Let me try one more thing, and then I may just need to take a nap. I apologize.
I can understand it. It's
Yeah, I'm fine to proceed, Your Honor. Everyone else is.
Is the state okay to proceed?
Not really.
Oh, they're locked to whisper because the microphone's on. Make sure you turn it off and then try rotating it.
The microphone goes separate from your voice type.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you see is not what you are.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what?
Is this better not using the mic? I can just yell.
No.
That's
no.
still the
All
same.
right. I'll take a nap real quick. I'm so
I
sorry.
mean, I'm fine to proceed. I mean, Your Honor, if everyone else is.
You guys.
State will leave it up to you.
I know we've been here long enough already. So.
All right. Yeah. I'm good.
State, are you okay to proceed?
If Starleaf is comfortable with asking questions, you can proceed.
All right. Microphone is back on. Let's do this.
Oh,
Alrighty.
boy.
You may proceed.
Can you add? Okay. Officer Charlie, thank you for coming back up here. I just have some further questions about our earlier conversation. Can you again explain to me the differences between Code 1, Code 2, and Code 3?
Yes. So these are all different forms that we have for the status of our vehicle within different emergencies. Code 1 is no lights, no sirens. Code 2 is just lights, and Code 3 is lights and sirens, used respectively for different various occasions.
So, by your testimony, I want to make sure I understand. You're stating that while responding Code 1, you guys are allowed to break traffic laws to an extent to get where you're going.
We're still following traffic laws within our reasonable duties. So it is still considered an emergency response in Code 1. It's no less different. Like, once again, as I stated earlier, if you respond to a house robbery, you don't want the lights reflecting in necessarily on the criminals.
Okay, but in this situation, right, the offender knew you were there and he was coming to you. But you're saying it was okay for you to be, it's within policy for you to be on Code 1, 167 miles down the highway.
There was
3 separate occasions in which he could have got our attention before we ever got to the highway.
That
all while
officer, that wasn't the
stopped.
question.
That
Officer, that
is-
wasn't
it
the
is.
question.
Okay,
I
what was the
asked
question?
you. I asked you that because is it in policy for you to be going code 1, going 167 miles per hour?
There's nowhere to say that it is outside of our policy when our lives are in threat, aka an emergency, that we cannot run code 1. There's nothing stating that when our lives are felt in threat, which we were 100% here for our lives in this situation, that we cannot run code 1. Code 1 is still an emergency status.
Your
with
Honor,
or without.
the defense would like to enter into evidence Defense Exhibit 1A. This is a capture of Department of Sales policies, referring to Code 1, Code 2, and Code 3.
Any objections by the state? Again, are there any objections from the state?
Looks like she's trying to talk, but it's not working.
Sounds about right. Make sure your
I'm seeing
microphone
her
is on.
mouth.
I do apologize, Your Honor. The city is having some issues.
Yeah, I'm aware. Thank you.
No objections, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay.
Exhibit 1A on behalf of the defense will be entered and submitted to the court.
Could you review that document for me, Officer Starley? It's in the docket. If you could review that.
It just shows a general, meaning. It does not describe any situations.
Just let me know when you've had a chance to review that.
I'm not seeing which. I'm sorry, my emails are a little clustered.
1 second. I'll give you a little ping.
I just emailed it to him.
R10 codes?
Yeah. So you see that document?
Yes, I do see R10
Okay.
codes.
So on the right-hand side of that document, it breaks down Code 1, Code 2, and Code 3. Could you please read to me what Code 1 says?
Obeying traffic laws, no L or S. I'm not sure what that means.
Okay. We'll say that means no lights and no sirens. Does that read?
Oh, gotcha. I was like, you could have just put
Okay. So is going 167 miles per hour obeying traffic laws? Yes or
When
no?
you're in fear for your life, yes, it is. Once again, we train our cadets to use Code 1 as a general status of the unit's status. Because on our radar, it shows you, say you just have them going, people are going to start blinking to you to make sure you're okay. So you want to make sure you don't just have your lights on for no various reasons. We train our cadets in this manner so that way they are accustomed to it. Code 1 is still a response used.
So you're saying if you were going Code 2 or Code 3, that you would have unnecessary units coming to you because your lights are on, correct?
If I called out they were in danger, correct. I would also expect any civilian who felt their life was in danger to flee the situation, and I would never punish them for that.
But, okay, so
Your objection, Your Honor, I'm failing to see where any of this is relevant to Tony's speeding ticket. We're here about
Your
his
Honor,
speeding ticket.
Yeah,
we're not here to argue about lights and sirens.
Your Honor, it goes to the presence of the defendant on why he was doing this and acting there trying to get a hold of police. The witness,
he was parked to the side in Sandy.
You're not part of this conversation, officer. Please stop. Your Honor, it's relevant because in his previous testimony, he said He was going code 1, trying to get away from my defendant. He brought it into question into this case. I'm just asking a question.
In which he had over a minute
Again,
to get my attention
officer, you are
properly
not
and pull over
involved.
to the side.
Your
He really
Honor.
wanted our attention.
Please. At this time, the court will. I want to go with. We need to keep it more relevant than not to it. At this point, I'm very sure that at least I am very sure on what the difference between Code 1, Code 2, and Code 3 are based off of testimony submitted by the witnesses and questions that have been answered.
Your Honor, I'm just proving and describing
Juliet,
that
those are nowhere in our SOPs, whatever he posted.
It's not?
No, that is not in the current SOPs at all. That image
Your
at all.
Honor, Your Honor.
At this time, the objection was sustained.
The 10 code that was posted is not in the SOPs of these officers. They actually have a completely different one.
Regardless in relevance of further questioning, we are understanding of what the difference between Code 1, Code 2, and Code 3 are. I don't believe any further questions need to be asked upon that. Thank you.
No further.
Thank you.
Apologies, Your Honor.
Redirect from the state.
We have no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may step down from the stand. At this time, to expedite the remaining of this trial, we will call on the state for evidence submitted within the exhibit prior to this case. We will not be reviewing the body cam within court. However, considering no objections against it, it will be admitted within evidence upon the state's request. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes? No?
I'm fine with it here.
Sorry, could you reset?
We're going to proceed.
Thank you. State at this time, we'll continue on with evidence submitted. Please reference the exhibit and the title of the exhibit as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
The defense rests, Your Honor. We're ready for closing statement.
Thank you. State, any objections to that?
Did you want me to go ahead and list our evidence?
He's resting. With that means all submitted currently will remain submitted. So you do not directly have to re-reference them all.
Oh, well, in that case, no, I do not object to that.
Thank you. Exhibit submitted within the evidence and witness list prior will be entered into the court. No objections to. We will be moving on to closing statements. We'll begin with the state.
My last, so I have one more burrito, but I have no more drink.
State, were you able to catch that?
Catch what, Your Honor? I didn't hear anything else being said.
Moving on to closing statements, beginning with you.
Oh! Yes, I'm good to finish up here. Your Honor, as clearly outlined in our evidence, you can see that Tony Cipriani did indeed go well within the first-degree speeding regulation and therefore should be charged with this manner of crime. Thank you. The prosecution rests.
Thank you. Defense.
I'm tired.
Please open the court. My client was simply trying to report a crime to law enforcement officers during this alleged incident. My client refused to report the crime after he was pulled over because of the intimidation of police officers. 10 police officers for a speeding vehicle is outrageous.
There, 10. When was there 10? There was 4 cars.
Witnessed law enforcement officers who wrote him a ticket for violating the speed limit.
5, 6.
When the officer in question,
at most there was 6,
broke the law first when my client was just trying to catch up with him. We can't hold one person accountable, but because someone wears a badge, hold them not accountable. My client feared that his life was in danger if he did not report this crime, but then felt further intimidated by police officers, which made him to no longer want to report this crime, and left him a victim with no representation because the own people sworn to protect him intimidated him. His speeding was only to get himself to a situation where he felt safe, further put him in jeopardy by the same people he tried reporting a crime to. My client was simply trying to protect himself. The officers on the stand said if someone feared for their life, he would not hold them accountable and would allow them to get out of Dodge breaking traffic laws. He said it on the stand. That's exactly what my client was doing. Trying to get somewhere he felt safe because he feared for his life. He stated on the stand, under oath.
Police station.
Nothing further.
Jesus Christ. Police station.
This time we'll call the court into recess for 5 minutes. I'll be back with the verdict afterwards. Thank you.
Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Starleaf, how you feeling, buddy?
Starleaf.
He probably can't hear me and trying to be quiet.
I had to turn my head. Sorry, what's up?
You are like insanely still robotic. You like if you say, Carol Ann, don't go into the light, it will be perfect.
Shut up. So much that I know what you're referencing.
No, Carol Ann, don't go into the light.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I had to.
And he's gone. Oh my lord. No, between me and you, Faye, you guys could have easily hit him with a reckless driving count on top of that.
I just.
I know. Is what it is.
Oh, I love dragging things out.
I'm not going to review the videos on stream. But in Starleaf's video footage, you can clearly see he had multiple chances to get a hold of police. If he really was in fear of his life and really wanted to report something, he had every moment possible to do so and failed. And again, just go to a police station radio for a cop there. This shit exists for a reason, so you don't look like you're chasing after a cop. You think these cops are gonna stop for you if they see you driving mock Jesus in their direction? Fuck no! It's very obvious. Extremely so. And on top of that, you can very clearly see at what point Tony had driven these officers off the road. He was fearing for his life. He was threatening theirs. Fear for my life. Nah. What also doesn't help is when he was driving me around on the day of the wedding, he admitted that the only reason why he was contesting his ticket was to try to bring up the fact that the officers he was chasing down didn't have lights and sirens on, which by law they were not required to have. But I wouldn't expect civilians to know that information. Regardless, we're here for a traffic violation, and we need to be sticking to a traffic violation. We're not here to discuss, oh, but these cops, we were just trying to get their attention. Really? You had opportunities, and you have other ways to do so that did not require you to speed. You decided not to do it. You need to be held accountable for your actions. I know my closing statement was lackluster, but I was just trying to speed things up because honestly, we've been sitting here for we've been sitting here for 2 hours over a speeding ticket. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a little tired. I kind of want this case to be done and over with. Like, I would want the outcome to be in our favor, but at this rate, after 2 hours of arguing traffic violations and what is allowed and what is on SOPs and what is not in SOP and what is this and what is that, and oh my god. Did he speed? Yes or no? Yes, and he admitted to it. Charge him. We're done. Simple. He should not have needed to be dragged out like this. All rise.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Oh, never mind. We can sit now.
Court back in session at this time. After reviewing the testimony, evidence, and arguments presented by both the state and the defense, the court reaches the following conclusion. The undisputed facts establish that the defendant reached speeds of approximately 173 miles per hour while following a police vehicle. The defendant claimed that this was done for the purpose of reporting an emergency. However, the evidence shows that the defendant did not take any reasonable or lawful steps to report the alleged crime beyond attempting to yell at officers while both vehicles were in motion. At multiple controlled intersections, the defendant made no effort to stop, approach officers safely, or utilize proper channels to request assistance, such as contacting dispatch, pulling alongside when safe, or flagging the officers down at a lower speed. Regardless of the motivations claimed, driving at such extreme speeds constitutes a substantial and unjustifiable risk to public safety. The law does not provide a justification or exemption permitting civilians to travel at such dangerous high speeds.
There
The
you
defendant's
go.
comparison to the officer's speed is not a legal defense. The court also acknowledges the defendant's claim of intimidation by the number of officers on scene. However, this occurred after the violation and does not bear on guilt. The officer's failure to activate lights and sirens while exceeding 150 miles per hour may raise administrative or department issues, but it does not create an affirmative defense on the defense's own speeding offense. Each driver is responsible for their own conduct. Accordingly, the court finds that the defendant's actions clearly meet the elements of first-degree speeding and that the defendant knowingly operated a vehicle at an unlawful and extremely dangerous speed without lawful justification. The defendant is found guilty of first-degree speeding and sentencing of $8,000 for filing and public defense fees and $5,000 for the MPC 9.26 first-degree speeding. Court is adjourned at this moment. Thank you.
I'll rise. All right, court is adjourned, y'all.
Just to kind of confirm, he's already been fined for the speeding.
Yeah, you're free to go.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
As soon as you sent the citation in, he gets
Fine
fined
for the
for it.
speeding, so I'm not paying nothing else.
So it's just the court fees then.
Did he miss the entire point about like court and filing fees?
Yeah.
Yeah, he still
Okay.
has to pay for court fees if he hasn't
Yeah,
already
he'll-
done so.
The government will take care of that if need be.
That's their job. Okay, well,
Yeah.
a 2-hour court case for a speeding citation.
Speeding.
Friend here.
Well, congratulations.
I'm
I'm sorry
I
to
g-
put you through all of what has happened.
No, you did phenomenal. You really did. Like
I'm glad you feel as such.
no, the last thing, I like, the could have and didn't, fucking flawless.
Thank
Could've
you.
used his arms, didn't, fucking flawless. Hey, thank you for you also did a lot with this.
By the way, the 10 codes he posted, I remember seeing those back when I was at EMS, so those are from the old SOPs.
Yeah, no, and I think that's why they
Those are
became
debunked.
irrelevant. And
Yeah, very
I'm
old.
still not.
Not
seeing
just that, but your codes are not relevant to his traffic violation. What
No,
you
and-
do has nothing to do with what he does. And
yeah,
that's what
my
I was
department
trying to
said-
fight
Mr.
the first
Bailiff
time.
Man.
No,
What's up?
and I know
Oh,
that
I thought
it
you were
was
trying to
just
talk to them.
it was a
No.
different. They went with a different angle than what I
Okay.
think you were going with, which is why the
Mhm.
judge said it wasn't relevant for this. But
Would you like
down the
some
road,
coffee?
when he brought back the fact that they had
No, I just
multiple
got rid of a
chances to
bunch.
use their horn, I mean,
Coffee's
dude,
amazing.
literally, like
Yeah.
if they're worried about blocking traffic, each one of those stop signs has a dirt patch right next to it. He could have
no
pulled
idea.
off
Call
the
me.
road.
He
But
could have.
once again, like there's so many
I'm checking
things he could have
services.
if he
Awesome.
truly, and
Tequila
that was the
Lava.
only thing frustrating.
Hell
That
yeah.
and
Here's the
3
rule.
years of doing this, I've never once been on the stand, and I'm more irritated that the one time I got on the stand was for a fucking speeding ticket. This is some bullshit.
I have to
A
say, this
s-
is the first traffic in the 2-some years
I've
that
never
I've
heard
been
of it.
doing this. This is the first time I've had to prosecute a traffic violation.
That
I've
is
never
so
had to do this
numb.
before.
No, and
It's
I guess the
absurd.
only thing that
All right,
irritated
I'm
me
outta here,
was
y'all.
their-
Have fun.
their
Stay safe.
attempt
Don't get
to,
shot.
like poke holes in my behavior when it's like I would never ask. Like there's been times somebody says we pull them over, oh this is an emergency, blah 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 blah. Now granted, first off, I wanted to ask, I wish I could have cross-examined him. I wanted to ask what his definition of a criminal emergency was, because my definition would be a shooting, a stabbing, something in which dispatch happens and we get notified.
Mm-hmm.
So what would be so criminally emergency that he had the time to sit there on the side of the road 20 feet from the department with 3 vehicles stationed at the department at that time, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And his excuse was he was tired. He didn't want to wait there. Like,
he was
what?
He was intimidated by the too many cops.
No. That was at the traffic stop.
No, I'm saying that
Oh,
probably
he
what you
just
say
cops
for
are
that.
too scary.
Yes, we're scary,
Cops,
especially
bad guy.
BTSO.
I
BTSO
reviewed.
cops are scary.
I will say, when court was in recess for Starleaf's voice there for a minute, I was reviewing Stotzi's body cam. Where did they pull 10 cops out of their ass? There was 4 vehicles there. 4.
Correct, but our vehicle had 3 plus K9, so we had 4. Plus,
Okay.
like even then,
So we're talking 6 human beings and 1 dog. That's still not 10.
Well, I think secondary had 2, so we're up to 7. But yes, it's still not 10.
Okay, 7 and 1 canine.
But that's also under the circumstances of a potential. Once again, when an officer, we've gone over this in emails 1,000 times at this point. When an officer calls out distress, a 99 Alpha does not have to come through dispatch for all hands on deck. That was a all hands on deck call under the circumstances of being in a red threat city.
And you guys have SOPs and certain rules for the different city threats.
We can't just and the thing is they have full auto pistols they can stick out the window. We have normal pistols. We don't get the fun pew pews.
Which I noticed that he didn't like what I said that
and so
has no chance against automatic. He shut up. He's like, you could hear
because
that.
they
Well,
know
you got
I
a
don't
point.
remember what it's called, but there's that fucking pistol. What is it? The
AP.
automatic. The AP, yeah, the AP pistol, yeah. That thing, they can stick out the window and unload the whole mag in like 3 seconds and we're all done. Which is why when I heard him quickly approaching, which I said in my testimony, quickly approaching the passenger side in which he would have had full view, that's when I slammed on my brakes. I love that it was never brought up that he almost rammed us off the road.
Oh, somebody mentioned that in their testimony, but no, the defense didn't say shit about it.
No, the fact that they almost ran us off the road and I had to evade by getting off the exit. I was trying to beeline it through to the city, but I was forced to take the exit.
You have
Am I
somebody
robotic
who wants to
again?
go on duty with you. No, you have somebody who wants to go on duty with you. Buttercup's waiting for you at VPD.
Oh, yay! You want to join us? You should join us. Come join us.
I have other plans.
No, join us.
Can I join you? Can I do it?
Wait, is she allowed to join us?
Yes,
why am I not?
She's an approved ride-around.
I don't know the rules with ride-alongs. I'm sorry, I don't know. Like I know
I do believe she's an approved ride-along.
That's why I'm like that's what
No, because I definitely don't ride along with Bucket almost every goddamn night. No.
I mean, okay, yeah, you do.
But
You
have my Buttercup. I want to ride along with you at least for a few minutes.
All right, well, I'll have to go get changed then and switch vehicles. Oh wait, I got a ride down here. I don't have my vehicle here. I'll just pull to the K9.
I was gonna say, you know, there's like 3 garages in this area.
Yeah, no, I know. I just said I'll just have one of my vehicles towed here. That was fucking crazy. If something comes up from high command, by all means, I still feel like I was justified in my behavior. So if there you go. So if high command feels the need to say something, I'll just bite my tongue. But honestly, I feel like my actions were justified in that situation. Especially it being a red vehicle that was way fucking faster than us.
That ran you off the road.
Yeah, I love they never came back to that. Which we didn't even charge them. Didn't even get him with like reckless or anything like that. Just speeding, and he still had to fucking fight it.
I mean, do you want to add it?
I know.
I can do it.
Who the fuck? I never.
Hold on a second.
Answer or don't answer? It's a number I don't know.
Answer.
Answer for the lols.
Senior Deputy Starleaf. Oh, what's up? Yeah, I'm actually I'm on my way from the court to go pick up Buttercup at VPD. Okay, yeah, I'll be there. Yep, I'll be there in about 5 minutes to go pick her up. Oh, I didn't have your number, so I was like, answer, don't answer. Answer, don't answer. I even in Liberty, I don't answer numbers I don't know. So, all right, I'll get you saved here real quick, and then yeah, I'll be there in about 5 minutes.
I'm just gonna call.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, perfect. That makes it even easier. All right, be right there. All right. Oh, it was Renegade.
Hello.
He has Buttercup.
Hi.
Hi.
You have a surprise.
I do.
What kind of surprise?
The kind that you'll see next time we see each other, I guess.
Okay, when can I see you next?
I don't know when you're available.
I'm available right now. I ain't got nothing going on. I just finished a
Oh,
case.
All right. Well, then I guess right now.
Alright, well, let me tell these officers that I'm not going with them then.
Oh, okay.
I hate to inform you, but my plans have suddenly changed and I'm not going to be riding with you today.
What in the hell?
Anyway, I am at the courthouse if you want to come by.
I'm not even gonna ask.
All right. Give me a second to finish something up, and I'll be right there.
Go have fun.
I'm not interrupting something, am I?
Not at all.
Why
It's just I was in the middle of something, but you're not interrupting it. It's just I have to wait for someone to finish doing what they're doing, and then I can go meet you.
Do I need to be worried about this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's 289. 289. All right. I'll see you there in a bit.
Alright, we'll see you.
That totally makes sense. No. And then go digging dumpsters.
There you go. Hung up the phone.
You were digging.
Alright, I'm in the stream here because... Unless something else interesting is going on. Yeah, I think this is it for the night. So, we shall conclude. You guys all have a great evening.
Let's go get Buttercup.
Nah, you're good. My plans changed. Someone's about to come get me, so you're...
Oh, wow. So not one, but two.
Wait! Okay, but now I feel bad.
You know,
Did you want someone to
actually,
ride
funny.
with you? Is that what it
No, it's
is?
totally okay.
Are you feeling lonely?
You know, I probably shouldn't do that after I was just accused of reckless driving.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, so... You know, client confidentiality and all that fancy shit.
Alright, stay safe. I'll see you around.
Alright, don't be doing donuts. Jesus Christ. I hate you.